What's up guys, Michael here at Varus Engineering, and today we're going to install our polyweave side splitters on our C8 Corvette. Let's get to it. I wanted to quickly go over the tools required to install our polyweave side splitters. First we're going to need a couple size ratchets, a 5mm Allen, a 4mm Allen, a 7mm socket, a 9/16 wrench to use with our riv nut tool, a Sharpie to mark our holes, a drill, and some sort of drill bit. I used a step bit because it is a fiberglass type material. So the size you're looking for is 13/32, and that's really all you need to install these side splitters. We're gonna get into installation right now. One thing I want to point out before we begin is these side splitters are going to be kind of in front or in the way of the jacking locations. So I have ours on wheel ramps right now. It's going to give us enough room to get in there. Jack stands work just fine, or if you have a lift that can have a big clearance for the side skirt, that'll work as well. Just want to point that out before we get going. Let's get to it. So, we got our side splitter here. This is on the passenger side, just using it as an example. So, you want to take note of the indents all along this inside edge, all the way back there. I'll show you, since there's no template supplied in the kit. That would be a very long piece of paper. Get my light here. If you look on the factory rocker, there's going to be a curve around the jacking point, and the same bigger curve right here. So those two will line up with those two. And move to the back. You have this great big indentation. The same thing. This great big indentation. Everything's purple. So the inside edge of this splitter is going to follow this back edge of the factory rocker cover. So that's what's going to line up your mounting holes. And I'll try and get a better image if I can with everything lined up. Now there's multiple ways you can go about this, but I'm only one guy, so if you don't have an extra set of hands, this is a good way of putting the splitter up on towards the car. So I've got the back edge of the factory rocker cover lined up with the inside edge of the splitter. I've got it supported with two jacks. So now I can just push up in the center, mark all my holes, and then take everything out, and I'm ready to drill for our riv nuts. And that's just a little tip there, and I'll see you when we're ready to start drilling for the riv nuts. It's going to kind of be hard to see here, but I've got my holes marked out here. There's one there, one back there, another one right here, another one right there. There it is. And then there's one in the back. So I'm about to drill these out and get to mounting this driver's side, and then we'll move over and do the passenger side. So I'm gonna get to drilling. Try and set you up here so you can see. I'm on my second rib nut here. I did the first one here. Here, I'll show you guys. The next hole's right here. And the holes on the side splitter are actually ovals. So, I'm gonna find the center. And drill in. in. Hole there. This is the tool that's supplied in the kit. It's got a serrated end on one. And you have your socket head cap screw. It's a 5mm Allen. And thread it up into the rib nut. Now, as you're tightening here, with a 9/16 stretch. Around the nut. 5mm Allen on the ratchet. And tighten away. You're going to start to feel it crush. And then it's going to get easy for a while to tighten. And I'm starting to feel some resistance there, so I'm going to back it off. And screw it. Going anywhere. Not going anywhere. You want to make sure you push up as you tighten that and make sure it's fully flush up in there. I'm going to do this for the rest of them. I'm going to do the other side as well. Now that we have all of our rib nuts in, it's going to be 6 per side. This back one, I wanted to point out, I've got them partially unthreaded back there, but there's 2 7mm screws that will get reinstalled when the splitter is in, so you have to remove those 7mm. And my ratchet there. Just want to point that out before we go and install. I'm going to be tightening up some hardware here in a second, and we'll see you then. Now I'm going to start throwing some bolts in. There we go. And just like that, you now have some polyweave side splitters on your C8 Corvette. It's a pretty straightforward install. Clean up your mess for the holes you had to drill for the rib nuts, but other than that, sucker's on there, and that makes you look real aggressive, don't it? If you have any questions, comments, concerns, contact us, sales@veris-engineering.com, and I'll see you in the next one.